Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcoming prayer is a complementary practice with the centering prayer practice. The welcoming prayer is a practice that's designed to be done in the moments of everyday life. So in a moment where something happens and we respond in a way that our false self is involved, that those parts of us that came from childhood that need security or affection or control, those parts of ourselves that become activated. So something will happen, someone's making noise and you're in a waiting room and you would like it to be quiet. And your whole feeling of, oh my gosh, I want to have some control over the environment. Maybe that's what it is. Or maybe it's you don't feel safe when someone's doing this. Whatever it is that triggers in you, it may be bigger than what the actual event causes. It's reasonable for that event. And the welcoming prayer is to help us come into the body, recognize what we're feeling, and connect to the divine indwelling, the divine indwelling presence, and to welcome what's happening in the body as an opportunity to consent to the divine indwelling, and then to let go. So the welcoming prayer has 3 movements. The first movement is to feel and sink into the body. The second movement is to welcome what we find when we feel and sink in. Welcome the feeling wherever that might be in the body. And the third movement is to let go. And when we let go, we say the prayer, I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. And there's a longer version of the welcoming prayer, which was the original version, which you'll find in the chat. And we'll use kind of as our closing when we go into our own practice here today. But the simple version is there to kind of help us get out of our heads and thinking about all the things and to just be willing to let go. So the feeling and sinking into the body, for many of us, this is a challenge. What are we feeling and where are we feeling it in the body? So in this group, we do a practice where we move as we feel and we sink into the body. And that's what we're doing here now. We're going to go into that practice. I'm doing it standing. You can do it sitting, lying down, eyes open, eyes closed. However works best for you. This is your time, your practice. And we start with the breath. Hanu Mai, breathing in. Hanu Aku, breathing out. This is Olela, Hawaii, from the Kanaka Maoli, the indigenous people of the land on which I am. I am not Kanaka Maoli, but I have great respect for them, and I respect the language that's of this place and embrace it. Breathing in and out. And notice the breath. And if you're moving a bit in the body as you breathe, with the inhale, see the light coming in, the light of the divine indwelling that's always with you, and the light comes in and fills you up. We consent to this light. And as we exhale, knowing that we too spread light and love and joy into the world with each breath. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Take a moment and look around the space that you're in. Notice what's around you. Notice the temperature in the room, the time of day. How does it feel to be in this space? Sounds, smells. Using your senses to really be in the moment, in this space, Using your eyes, all of your senses to be in this moment, allowing you to connect to this moment as it is. And perhaps in the time we've had together, people's stories or this whole process triggers something in you. Notice that, whatever it might be. No judgment. And what I mean by trigger, I mean in the body. You notice it in the body. This is not an intellectual process. This is an embodied practice. Where in your body? And notice, is there a place? We're going to start with the tactile, where we connect, the body connects into the world around us. So we'll start at the top of the head. And I'm going to do a little scrubbing motion. You could tap, however you want to connect into your body. And we do the head, the back of the head, allowing you to come into the space around your ears, your face. Your face has so many amazing parts that allow us to sense the world around us, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Notice tension. Is there any tension in the jaw or around the eyes? Your tongue, where is it in your mouth? Notice. As we go through the mouth, the face, the head, we connect into the neck and the throat. Allow your head to move in a way that's comfortable for you. When your head moves, allow your eyes to see. As your head moves, I'm doing a circular movement that goes around and then looks as far over one shoulder and the other. Using the eyes to notice the focus. And then a figure 8 with the head, allowing the eyes to, again, focus. This may make you a little dizzy, and if it does, enjoy it or pause and don't choose the eyes. And then go the other direction, whichever way you started the figure 8. There's a natural way you did it. Go the other way. And then we connect into the shoulders, the collarbone, the shoulder blades. And let the shoulder blades come together. And let the hands notice them, if you can reach them. Or notice your clothing on your body. This part of the body, the upper body. And then coming from the shoulders and the upper back into the arms. Coming down the arms to the elbows, forearms to the wrist, to the hands. As we go along, if there's a particular part of your body that's calling to you and you want to pause there, this is perfect. However you want to do it is just right. And I'm going to go on to my hands and each one of these fingers. And notice them. Then we come into the chest where the breath comes in and out. Your rib cage comes all the way around the body, your sides, your back, your front. As you breathe, the rib cage moves, and notice that movement. And how does that feel? And the heart. The heart is beating. Notice that as you allow yourself to explore the way the external part of your body connects to the world, and also this external part of your body connects into all these organs that are keeping us alive. And coming down the body to the na'au, This place where thoughts, emotions are often noticed and felt. And then coming down to the seat and the pelvis, to the legs, to the feet. However you reach your feet. And the other leg. And then swoosh up the body from the bottom all the way up and out. Now allow your body to wiggle. We'll wiggle the spine from the bottom of your base of your skull to the tip of your tail. All these 24 vertebrae that are moving. Allow them to move, and as they move, synovial fluid flows, and synovial fluid to me feels like the grace and the love of God that can come into any spirit point, all our places. And now we'll collapse into the center. And when you're ready, reach out into the world. And come into the center. And reach out. At your own space, this might be done slowly or quite quickly. The startle reflex. Often when we're anxious, we have feelings that can kind of congest in the core of our body. As babies would always jump when they get startled, we as adults typically just allow it to stay in the body, and movement can help us process it. And more feel it. Instead of just being congested, we can feel it throughout the body. We return to our wiggle, head-tail connection, and we move into the lower body. Move in around in your space, or if you're in a chair, think about moving in the world. The gifts that we give and the gifts we receive by being active in the world around us. And then we go to the upper body, allowing the lower body to support you, and let the upper body move in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Little movements. It might be just imagined. As we move into the space. And we return to the wiggle. A little tiny wiggle. And the breath. We remember the breath. Decidedness. This is about decision making. We make decisions all the time. In everyday life, you make a decision. Which hand do you reach out when you take something? Which foot do you step with first? We have sidedness. Most of us have a dominant side. And that choice is made for us, which is great, because imagine having to decide every time. And now go to your other side. Allowing it to move through the space or through your mind. Moving one side of the body activates the other side of the brain. And often this is another way when I have a big decision to make, I take it into the body, allowing the divine indwelling to be with me, consenting that the divine indwelling can be with me as I make my choices, weighing them on both sides of the body. Until the choice feels right, go back to your first side, on both sides. The divine indwelling is with us, our guardian, our protector, all of those things. And then the other side. And you return to the wiggle. You return to the spine, the head-tail connection. This is a movement that can allow us to connect. To me, this movement allows me to connect into the divine indwelling in just a tiny bit of time. Just this little bit of wiggle, even when you can hardly see it. Because I know that the divine is with me in all those places, all those spaces. Now we're going to do our contralateral. So this is things that contradict, and then we bring them together. It also, this movement allows connects over from one side of the brain to the other. Bring out, stretching out, noticing, and coming back and crossing over. And then on the other side. So we've crossed not over from side to side, but upper to lower. In whatever way works best for you. And the first side you went to. Now this time with your eyes, follow the arm. If your hand is going up, stretching out, follow it and go past it, looking past, allowing your eyes to look past. Get more focus out there. And then following your arm, going down towards the foot in my case. Notice I've gone from looking far away at the upper and then come close to me as I cross over the center line, close all the way down towards the foot. And then on the other side, again, letting your eyes go out. I'm putting the arm that's reaching out towards the window so I can look past the hand, out the window, allowing my eyes to focus far away and coming in, crossing over. So today's theme is Joyce, rejoicing, and we rejoice that the body can do this. We rejoice that we can move. Rejoice that the divine is with us and that we are blessed to be here. Rejoice and rejoice. And we return to our center. And our last movement is to build the vestibular system, making us a little bit dizzy. The dizziness is about coming out of balance so that we can heal and heal in the balance, and the balancing happens in the stillness. So we do this by making sure you use your eyes, because that will help you get a little bit of dizzy. So I'm going to bounce my head around while I'm turning around, looking at the room. I'm doing a figure eight with my head, and I'm looking around, looking out all the spaces I can. I can feel this in my body. And then coming to center, to stillness. The healing happening. And then again, this time we're going to go forward and back. So going forward, crossing, going down, bending over, and then looking up, bending, looking down as far as is comfortable for you, then looking up. Letting Remembering to breathe. Exhaling as you compress and go down. Inhaling as you come up. And coming to center. Feeling your body healing, the balancing coming in. Oh, miracle of balance. It's the first movement of the prayer. So the first movement of the prayer, now we've done this in an extended time period to help build our ability to find that space in our body. But really it's done in 10, 15 seconds. Maybe as much as a minute, but it's designed to be done in the moments of everyday life, so it's done quickly. So now taking your time, going into your body, notice where your body is calling to you today. Where is it? You don't need to judge it, you don't need to label it or even figure out what it's from. Notice and welcome. So the first part is to notice it, feel and sink into it. And then the second movement is to welcome it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We welcome as a way of consenting to the divine indwelling presence. So in that moment of everyday life, something comes of us, for us, we feel and sink into the body. We welcome the divine indwelling with us into that feeling, with that feeling, as part of that feeling. It's not what happened to us, but the feeling in the body. The divine is with us. And then the third movement is to let go. I let go of the desire for security, affection, and control. And embrace this moment as it is. And I'm going to say this slowly so you can say it after me if you'd like. I embrace this moment. Oh, that's not the beginning, is it? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control. And I embrace this moment as it is. I let go of my desire for security, affection, control, and embrace this moment as it is. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we're going to take a couple minutes to practice the welcoming prayer in your own time, your prayer. Designed to be done in the moments of everyday life, your prayer. And I'll put up the words to the prayer. Welcome, welcome,